Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live.
I'm really happy to join you in with this week with the topic of the joy of simplicity. And what we've been touching so far, we were reading like every day a story from a little book where disciples of abbot Linji in the 9th century wrote down his morning talks. Well, they didn't write it in a book, they wrote it on paper somewhere found in Tibet. And then someone from Hungary found those papers and put it together in a book. And with the topic of simplicity, I was touching on two of the enlightenment factors so far, energy and joy. And today I will go into tranquility. And why I bring this together with the simplicity is because those enlightenment factors, they're easily overseen. And I think it's quite an easy practice we can also apply to our daily life to focus more of the enlightenment factors. Of course, it's something different if we meet this in daily life than in our cushion, like where we can really deepen our practice and where it can, like, one state will lead to the other. And yet, like, it really makes a difference into our life if we put mindfulness there and if we bring investigation. Like, for example, I'm working every day on the same street, and yesterday I came out of my house to walk up to the building where I'm in now, like up the road, and I was like so much in and with the autumn, and was like, whoa, this is spectacular. It was like colors everywhere and leaves everywhere, and this just didn't happen like from one second to the other, right? But I was just really like so open and mindful about my eyesight and about sounds and about the touch of wind on my skin. And as I was walking with mindfulness and really sensing into the sensations of my body, really being so open and curious of this, wow, and the leaves are moving through the air, surrounded by complete silence. There was like some energy really coming from it. And being with this energy and really, really present with this and giving time and space to it, like there was this joy arising. And I was going to a little workshop, and when I arrived there, like doing my steps on the road, I felt like so calm and settled. So even like it's not having the same amount of space and time as we can bring down our meditation cushion, we can really apply those the recognizing of these states in our daily life and bring attention to that. And from there, they will grow. It's easy to recognize joy. We just have to remember and then stay with the sensations in our body. Same with energy. Same with tranquility, which we often oversee because it's kind of a state where the mind pops in and thinks there's something wrong here. It's so unusual to the mind to be really calm. It just wants its usual busyness back. I remember when my children were small, but just grown up so far that they were like suddenly all three out of the house. And as I remember, it was the first time that all three had gone out of the house and the house was clean, and my mind was calm and peaceful. And I sat on the sofa, and suddenly there came this wave up of, oh dear, what now? It was really like a shocking. And I realized, my God, I'm feeling like this restlessness coming up just because it's so unusual to be calm, to have nothing to do, and to have a calm mind state. And we can also find this experience in our meditation practice. Like yesterday, I was talking about joy, and mindfulness stays with joy. If we don't like cling to it and want more of it and hold on, then eventually there comes like a deep rest from it, like the state of a calm and tranquil mind. Ah, Lizzie, it's your birthday. Ah, happy birthday, Lizzie. Wow, what a birthday gift you give to yourself. And so often, right? You're here so regularly. Yeah, all the best to you. I read you a birthday story to all of you. And this is from this book, The Morning Talks of Abbot Linji. One morning in his monastery, Abbot Linji began his conversation with an unusual question. Companions, he addressed his monks in the monastery hall after letting his gaze wander over them. Have you ever seen dull-witted straw dogs? We have never seen dull-witted straw dogs, master, the monks replied in chorus. And do you know, monks, what dull-witted straw dogs are like? The dull-witted straw dogs wink, they pander, maybe they even purr like cats, replied one of the monks. They grin incessantly, their straw is plump, shiny, and smooth, said another. They jump around and yap, they are stupid and eager to please, said a third. When Linji suddenly stopped the description of the dull straw dogs. In a word, they are just like you are, he claimed unexpectedly and resolutely, to which the monks admitted that they really can be dual-witted. Well, what are you so dull about this morning, my companions? Linji asked suspiciously. The evening discussion in the hall went well, the monks replied proudly. We didn't discuss, we didn't argue. We quickly came to an agreement that we slept late. And then we slept late, and now we have dull faces. What did you agree on so peacefully, monks? Linji asked, looking around a little embarrassed, like someone who wants to hide his cleverness behind his embarrassment, but which will soon show itself again. The monks answered him. Last night we talked about Buddhahood, master, about whether the monks should want Buddhahood or whether he should only wish for it. We agreed that the monk should and should not want Buddhahood, should and should not wish for it. At the same time, if he does not want it and does not wish for it, he denies his wanting and wishing, just as he does not deny his wanting and wishing. We came to this conclusion with the help of the rule recommended by you, reported the monks, whereupon Linji addressed them thus. Dear companions, it is commendable that you use the pattern that Buddhist thought had used for a long time to answer such questions. This time, however, you are using it slavishly and stupid. And I can see from your friendly and blunt expressions that you are even hoping for praise. Monks, discard the rule. There's no pattern that can be applied in every situation. Like there's no teaching which can be applied in every situation. Discuss and argue. Because any other method leads to dull-witted straw doghood. Look at your awakening today, said Abbot Linji one morning in his monastery on the banks of the Huoduo River. 9th century. It seems that the monks didn't have really much different problems than we are having today. In a way, they do, of course. I mean, their life is much simpler, and yet they have unsettled nervous system, we can hear in the stories, and they are impatient and they are dull at times, and they want to strive for something. And the striving for something just can be such a hindrance for us in our practice. It really needs the leaning back again and again. And coming in our practice, when we practice some time, and also in retreats, it happens quite often, to the state of tranquility, which we can't make. It's really like a door opener for the next state of the factors of enlightenment, or the next factor, which is then the factor of samadhi. Because the mind is kind of so quiet that we see what hinders us from this quietness, and we can easily let it go from there. And then the mind enters into the state of samadhi. And then our whole nervous system gets a rest and can be very blissful experience. And also from there, it's important that we apply mindfulness here. Otherwise, we cling to the state and then we lose it. Yeah. So in the retreats I offer, I mentioned before, there is quite a strong emphasis to try out laying down meditation. And some people, they come and they lay down for 5 days or for 7 days, and they're just laying in their meditation. And I realized that there's sometimes like judgments going on about, it's not a proper meditation position. You can't meditate while laying down. Like it's wrong to come out of bed and then just lay down immediately into your meditation. And I actually do that sometimes. And for me, and I realized also for many other people, it's really opening up something when we take pressure away. And if our true nature is peaceful and joy, blissful, why shouldn't it come through taking deep, deep rest? We don't know this anymore in our society, in our culture. Like when I'm in nature and really like spending time a lot in nature, this stage, like the 7 factors of enlightenment, they just like, maybe not all of them at once, but like they're quite naturally entering. And the same can be if we just like give more awareness on these different factors, like realize when is joy there, when is a calm mind there. And for a lot of people, like laying down just takes away all the pressure of having to gain something. And if we bring mindfulness there, also mindfulness and curiosity, investigation to the moments where we drop asleep and we come out of sleep, it's like really interesting. Like, and from there, joy arises. And then we are there. We are just really so gaining insights. It's not dependent on a certain form. And like Linji said, it's not appropriate to apply rules to your meditation. Like, it's really like what I invite here is to really for yourself to find out where is opening, where is investigation, where is curiosity, where is maybe something more light, spacious. And then, even though like yesterday I was inviting the practice of sensing joy in the body, sensing pleasure in the body. If like you're somewhere else in your practice, go with it. Like, of course, it may be that there rises up strong emotions. Then, like, be mindful, be gentle, be kind, be soft. Yeah. Okay. So we can set up the right conditions for this moment to go into our meditation practice. And just see for yourself what is appropriate. When you're extremely tired because you haven't slept all night, may it be appropriate to stand up during the meditation, or may it be even really kind and friendly to lay down? Just seeing what's right. If you're sitting, can there be like a sitting position between too relaxed and between too tensed? You can also, in whatever position you're in at this moment, pendulate, like swinging back and forward a bit with the body, making micro movements here. If you have the sense that could be energizing for you, you could bring your fingers in your face and just place the tissue between the thumb and the index finger and just pull it away a bit from your chin and just twist it a bit. And you could go like this through the whole face just to awaken the tissue here, the skin. Since everything has an impact on everything else, it does make a difference how you go into your meditation, how you set up the conditions. So maybe bringing the hands in your face and just really energizing tissue here. You can also rub your face. And maybe give a little massage to your neck and shoulders. Just for a moment, allowing the breath to move freely through the body. And you could bring your shoulder blades together, squeeze your shoulder blades, feeling the tissue here, the heat maybe. And sit, stand, lay in your position. And feeling the natural movement of breath, moving through the body, moving through the tissue and the space of the body. Being mindful of breath without making a project out of that, just a really light, kind mindfulness here. An embodied mindfulness, sensing the body breathing. If you're very tired, you could straighten your spine a bit with a natural uplifting of the inhalation, the expansion. And if you're very restless, busy in the mind, you could allow the exhalation to be longer, breathing out more long. And maybe on the exhalation, you could allow more sinking in the body, in the tissue, in the face. And with the inhalation, sensing the uplifting, the opening. And just seeing for yourself, is investigation present or not? And what can support investigation at this moment? What can support the mindfulness? Sometimes can be like a hand on the body, or focusing in the area below your belly button, being in touch with the earth, sensing the body being in touch with earth, maybe with space. And if you sense anywhere some urge to have things a certain way, what about inviting friendliness and kindness and care to just be with whatever is there at this moment? Sometimes adjusting the position, the posture a tiny bit, or like placing a hand somewhere on your body, can just be an invitation for the body, mind, heart to just allow, feeling earth below, feeling space around, and being with whatever is occurring at this very moment. It's just sensations, just thoughts flickering by, energy flickering through. And if something feels like really stiff and fixated, what about bringing your awareness there, your curiosity? What about allowing simplicity here in terms of simply that, just this? And sensing where in your body is a place which is somehow a bit more light than the rest of the body. Maybe it's a area where you feel pleasure or joy, some light or bright sensations. Maybe it's an area which just feels a little bit better than the rest. And what about bringing your attention there? And if the mind wanders off wherever, doing its thing, what the mind is just doing, about just again and again bringing your attention back to this area in the body which feels okay or maybe even good. Maybe it's a place like home. And what about just giving attention again and again to this area which feels more light, bright, easy in the body? And if the body is not a safe place, what about choosing a sound or practicing with space around the body? You can also investigate how this area is shaped and sensing into the area around this more light area, like sensing into the shape, the corners maybe. And can this process be accompanied by resting into the ground, resting into the posture, resting into the movement of breath, resting into this area of the body which is connected to a place like home or okayness, comfort maybe. And what about allowing this area to even spread out a bit, maybe to widen a tiny bit? With the inhalation, you could sense right into this home area, into this chosen area. And with the exhalation, this area could spread, widen, open a bit. With the inhalation, going more inwardly, tuned in to this area of maybe pleasure, joy, friendliness, openness. With the exhalation, allowing expansion, opening. With the inhalation, sensing into those sensations here. And with the exhalation, allowing those sensations to spread, to flow through other parts of the body, maybe to expand, while being with the quality of rest, ease, And if anything else comes up for you, just allowing it to come up in this huge space of body, mind, heart, world. And sensing into what is light, more bright. And being really tender, a tender awareness, kindness. And practicing there where it opens up something for you, where there's aliveness. And to invite the quality of calmness, if it's supportive for you, you could drop into a place for which thoughts doesn't make any sense. And rest there. Or rest into the quietness of the earth. With the inhalation, sensing in the body. And with the exhalation, widening, opening. In a tender way, just gently. Sensing the body as a whole. Breathing in, breathing out. Flickering, floating sensations in, around. And for the last minutes in our meditation, what about inviting the quality of deep rest? Nothing having to be a certain way, nowhere to go, nothing to achieve. Just this rest now. May our practice be supportive for our capacity to be kind, compassionate, loving, generous. May this practice support our awakening and the awakening of all beings. May there be peace on earth.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.